What if I told you there are only 14 places on Earth where the mountains rise so high they breach the edge of the sky itself? These aren't just mountains. They are Earth's ultimate giants, carved by time, forged by tectonic violence, and still barely understood. But here's the twist. The difference between the first and 14th tallest? It's less than the height of a skyscraper. And can you guess which one was first conquered by someone climbing completely alone, with no oxygen? Let's uncover the truth behind the world's 14 tallest mountains. Because they're not just high, they're hiding something. The last of the 8,000-meter peaks to be climbed, Shishapangma, remained untouched until 1964. It was first summited by a Chinese team led by Xu Jing and remains the only 8K peak entirely within China. Its name means crest above the grassy plains. It's considered easiest of the 14. But let's be clear, there's no such thing above 8,000 meters. And if that sounds manageable, wait until you hear about the next one, hidden in the Karakoram. Part of the spectacular Karakoram range, Gasherbrum II was first climbed in 1956 by an Austrian team led by Fritz Moravec. Its name translates to beautiful mountain, though early explorers just called it K4, the fourth peak mapped in the Karakoram. Despite a relatively straightforward route, the mountain is known for sudden storms that have turned many expeditions into survival stories. Speaking of misleading names, number 12 might win the prize for most boring name for a breathtaking mountain. British explorer Martin Conway gave it the name in 1892, simply describing its broad summit ridge. It wasn't until 1957 that an Austrian team, including Hermann Buhl, made the first successful ascent. Stretching over 1.5 kilometers, its summit feels more like a snow-covered runway than a peak. Our next giant stayed hidden from maps for years, and its nickname? Fit Hidden Peak. Known as K5 in early surveys, Gasherbrum I was renamed to Gasherbrum, meaning shining wall. It was first climbed in 1958 by an American team led by Nicholas Clinch, making it the first 8K peak conquered by Americans. It's remote, icy, and eerily quiet. A place where the world disappears in every direction. Also, let's pause to appreciate how explorers basically went K1, K2, K3, like they were labeling kitchen shelves. The first 8,000-meter peak ever climbed in 1950 by French legends Maurice Herzog and Louis Lacanal. It was an expedition marked by frostbite, disaster, and triumph. Its name, Goddess of Nourishment, is a beautiful irony, because Annapurna claims more climbers than any other 8K peak. Yet the next mountain may be even harsher. It doesn't just test your body, it plays with your mind. Called the Killer Mountain, Nanga Parbat remained unclimbed until 1953, conquered by Austrian climber Hermann Buhl, alone and without oxygen. It's infamous for claiming dozens of lives in early attempts. Towering over the Indus River Valley, its Rupal face is the tallest mountain wall on Earth. But danger isn't always obvious. Our next peak seems peaceful until you're caught in its storm. First summited by a Japanese team in 1956, Manaslu means Mountain of the Spirit. It's revered by locals and climbers often make offerings before ascending. Its long ridges and avalanche-prone slopes have proven fatal for the unprepared. And yet it's gaining popularity. Would you pitch a tent here knowing snow slabs could fall like freight trains? Named White Mountain, it was thought to be the tallest peak in the world until 1852. First climbed by a Swiss-Austrian team in 1960, Dhaulagiri is defined by its massive south face, an icy vertical cliff over 4,000 meters high. It rises dramatically above the Kali Gandaki River, which lies at one of Earth's deepest gorges. From towering cliffs to sacred ridges, the next mountain isn't just high, it's holy. The name means turquoise goddess, and she was first summited in 1954 by an Austrian expedition. Often labeled the easiest 8K climb, it's still a massive challenge, though popular for acclimatization before Everest. Its wide plateau-like summit offers views that few humans will ever see. Now we enter the elite, the 5 mountains that tower above the rest, including one so sharp it looks drawn with a blade. Named after the Hindu god Shiva, Makalu is an isolated peak known for its perfect pyramid shape. It was first climbed in 1955 by a French expedition, the same team that pioneered Annapurna. Its knife-edge ridges and technical routes make it one of the most difficult climbs. Meaning South Peak in Tibetan, Lhotse is Everest's neighbor and shares the same base camp. The first ascent was in 1956 by a Swiss team. Its south face, rarely climbed, rises 3.2 kilometers in a single wall of rock and ice. That's the height of 3 Empire State Buildings stacked vertically. Now imagine climbing it in sub-zero winds, long believed to be the world's tallest until 1856. Kangchenjunga means 5 treasures of snow. First climbed in 1955 by a British team, climbers stop short of the summit to honor local spiritual beliefs. It's known for sudden, violent weather and remote location, a sacred, silent giant. Named simply as the second peak measured in the Karakoram, K2 has no local name because no one lived close enough to see it. First summited in 1954 by an Italian team, it's earned the nickname the Savage Mountain. The slopes are steep, the weather brutal, and rescue almost impossible. So what could possibly top the most dangerous mountain on Earth? Known as Sagarmatha in Nepal and Chomolungma in Tibet, it was named Everest after British surveyor George Everest. It wasn't until 1953 that Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay reached the top, forever changing history. But behind the fame lies chaos, overcrowding, oxygen shortages, and the unforgiving death zone. So what do these 14 giants really tell us? That Earth isn't just a rock floating in space. It breathes, it rises, it collapses, and it creates wonders that defy belief. Each mountain is a frozen monument to both nature's fury and human courage. But there's more to Earth's wonders than altitude. If you're ready to explore even the stranger places, click the next video. 10 most mysterious places scientists still can't explain. Because some mysteries go deeper than any summit.